ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the TMGeek tournament. I am your host, Kevin, the Philosopher Boss. We are now in the semifinals, down to the final four competitors, and what a great cast of competitors we have tonight. We have the matchup that everybody's looking forward to. It is Robert Ghost Castner versus Antonio the Assassin Chavez. I can't do it by myself. Joining me on the desk tonight is my cohort, AA Ron, Aaron Knoll. How are you, buddy?
Absolutely. I'm a little dumbfounded there. I leave the show for a few weeks to go watch grown men argue, and I come back and you've got new graphics and stuff, man. Always improving, and by which I should give credit to the person sitting next to you. But certainly we have a very good matchup. Now we're through to the final four. We're kind of narrowing it down to the people who are at their hottest right now. And I think certainly we have an interesting matchup between two guys who I have a feeling know each other very well.
Oh, yeah. These guys, they played each other a few times. They played with each other on teams multiple times, even here in TMG. So I'm anxious to get them on screen, see what they have to say for each other, and then get into this battle. So let's go ahead and bring in the high-ranked competitor. He's the second-ranked competitor in this tournament. He is 6-2 with 4 technical knockouts. He is the Ghost, Robert Castner.
What's up, buddy? Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy New Year all around. I don't know if I can say that, but I did anyway, so you can cut that.
That is good. No, we don't cut things here. That's too much work.
Good. Good. Logistics be damned. It's in January.
So speaking of, January and having, we were talking in the back. You said you had a lot of things going on, a lot of things coming up. What's going through your mind as far as these semifinals that you have coming up, and your buddy over here, Antonio, staring you down? I don't know if you thought Antonio was going to be on the other side of that table, or if you thought, it was going to be Brittany. Antonio played a hell of a match, as everybody saw. And if you didn't see that match, go check it out. It was a hell of a match. But anyway, what's going through your mind? And just talk us through how you prep for this match.
I realized something the other day. So 6-2 with 4 technical knockouts, which means in the non-technical knockouts, I'm 2-2. The 2 wins are against David, and we're non-TKOs. And the 2 losses are against David and Joe. So basically that means everybody I play that's not David and Joe is usually a knockout. That's obviously not going to happen tonight, because if you saw the match, as was alluded to, Antonio played, I don't want to say it was his best match, because I think he played a better match against me in another league once, but it was definitely up there for geek performances for him. I don't want to say whether I thought he would be here. I'm very happy that he is, because it's a win-win for us, because we're partners in crime virtually everywhere that you can absorb fan league movie trivia content. So one of us is going to win, unless this goes to the end of time, which probably we don't want.
I will be leaving before then.
Okay,
just so you
good.
know.
Well, somebody has to keep running it. We don't need 2 people if it goes into the wee hours of the night. But it's good, because one of us gets to go to the finals. Obviously, there's great competitors on the other side. I know what I said the last time, where I said this is the harder side of the bracket. I know people who were teammates came after me and were like, so that's what you think, huh? I was like, yeah, it is what I think. But I'm going to back off that a little bit. And I'm just happy. Obviously, I got a lot of geek-related stuff coming up. So fortunately, it all makes this confluence of things that I can study for. So it's nice, because it helps get me an early start. This is kind of the first thing I'm doing for January matches. So this is a nice sort of litmus test for me.
Good deal. All right, Aaron, anything for the Ghost?
No. Good to see you, man. Happy you made it this far, honestly.
Yeah, I made it farther than I did the last time. And that's something.
That's improvement.
Yeah. And
you made it farther than me. So
even if I lose, it's 6-3. So more than likely I'll still be fairly highly ranked, so it's fine.
Oh yes, very highly. All right, we're going to drop Robert to the back for just a moment as we bring forth his competitor. He is the 6th ranked competitor in this tournament. He is 5-2 with 1 knockout and 3 technical knockouts. He's accompanied by his manager, Hunter, the Hitman Chambliss. He is the assassin, Antonio Chavez. What's up, brother?
Pretty good, man. I've been looking forward to this. I mean, even though it's getting to be a tired old rivalry, I mean, then again, it's like I said, I think it's like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. I don't think anyone ever gets tired of seeing us play each other. So,
no kidding.
Looking forward to see how this one ends up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like every time you guys play, it really is always kind of a hyped up match in my mind. So as far as, you overcame Brittany. That was the last match of round 3. You're the first match of this round. Of course, everything's coming down and matches are dwindling. So time is of the essence. But what's in your mind as far as, you not having as much time to turn around and then going straight from Brittany to Robert?
Well, the funny thing is, I think it was like right after I played Brittany that I think I ended up having to deal with my second bout of COVID. So in a weird way, and I just got over it, luckily. So, but I mean, it was good because I just had nothing to do except watch stuff. So I was just like pretty much just stuck here in my room, isolated, and just rewatching same old stuff all over again. And just, I mean, listen, it's hard to ever prepare for Robert, because he's fucking amazing. So I just do what I can, and I'm gonna need a little bit of luck always against this guy, because it's always like I feel like skill we're always matched, so I feel like it's always going to come down to like just the right spin, how we're feeling. So yeah, I just hope that I prepared enough, because again, like I said, you can never really prepare enough for a Robert. So
all right, and Hunter, any words for Antonio?
Just that this is going to be a battle of Clash of Titans, as I should say. Very excited to see how this goes. I have faith in my boy Antonio over here. Antonio, let's get to that finals. Let's get you that championship. Let's go, boy.
Let's go.
Aaron, anything for the team of Hunter and Antonio?
As I said to Robert, I haven't been here in a bit, so just congratulations on making it this far. That's awesome. Congratulations on having your health.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not delay this any further. Let's just get it going.
Yeah.
Let's get it going indeed. And I brought extra questions this time. So here we go.
You already prepared?
Was that something I missed? Did we run out of questions at some point?
We were about to last match, but it was all right. So go check that one out. Like I said, Antonio versus Brittany. Excellent round 2 match. We'll drop Hunter to the back. We'll bring Robert.
I know I lost to her.
Don't worry, be happy indeed. All right, so we will go over some rules real fast for everyone at home. I know you guys know how to play. 30+ points possible in this match. 3 repeats, 1 challenge per competitor. Please keep your hands on the screen. 1 verbal warning will be given if necessary. Speak loudly and write legibly. Challenges will be reviewed off stream in a private call. Round by round breakdown. Round 1, you'll get 10 points possible and plus a perfect round bonus opportunity. In round 2, you get 10 points possible plus any steal opportunities. And then in round 3, you just get 10 points possible. So go ahead and position yourself accordingly. And then we'll talk about overtime if we get to that point. Aaron, take away round 1's rules.
Why not? I'm a little rusty, but let's see if I can figure this one out. We're going to give you guys 10 questions. Each of them come from a geek category that have been selected for you. They're worth 1 point, so hopefully they won't be too difficult. And the key word is hopefully there. If you happen to get all 10 questions correct, you will get a perfect round bonus question, also worth 1 point. Please write your answers on your whiteboard and turn the whiteboard as we reveal it. Make sure you leave it turned long enough just so we can confirm you have written what you said. And as was said previously, you guys do have 3 repeats and a challenge. Those are available to you from question number 1 should you need it. Although if you do, it's going to be a long match. With that said, gentlemen, are you both ready to go?
Let's go. Good luck, brother.
Good luck, man.
All right, and I will say good luck as well. And I will be reading the even-numbered questions. I will give Aaron the odd-numbered questions. So good luck. And Aaron, take it away.
All right, guys. We are going to move over to a category of geek I'm infamously known for liking, Star Trek. Here we go. The question is, what is the name of the ritual Vulcans undergo to prove themselves purged of all emotions? Now, while the competitors prove their knowledge, here's how little about Star Trek I know. I don't know if this is from one of the films I've seen, and I've seen half of them, so that says a lot.
That speaks a little bit of volumes about your Trek knowledge. 5, 4, 3.
Not my strength.
Let me use the repeat again. Repeat before.
Antonio going with the repeat on question 1. Absolutely, sir.
All right. Like I said, guys, long match. First repeat, Antonio coming at you. The question is, what is the name of the ritual Vulcans undergo to prove themselves purged of all emotions?
Okay.
It worked the last time.
It's a Star Trek question too.
Yeah.
They've all been Star Trek questions because Kevin loves me that much.
I think you should just do this every match from this point on and just make it a thing. Even if you know what the answer is. I think you should just do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think you're figuring me out. We'll go ahead. Go ahead, Aaron.
Let's go to Robert.
Colinar.
And Antonio.
Yeah, I got it wrong. I think it's Pon. I put Ponfar.
Colinar is correct.
Yeah.
There was a random H in the word, but we won't penalize you for that. You do get the point. I just wanted to point that out.
All right. So the Ant-Man went with the wrong one, but we'll go across the galaxy and see if he can get on the board with Star Wars. What special nickname for Jyn Erso does her father Galen give her in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story? Very touching.
I have to say, I'm disappointed that they've dropped the A Star Wars Story, because if they'd kept it, we could have had things like Star Wars, The Book of Boba Fett, A Star Wars Story.
5, 4, 3,
Great titling.
2, 1. Pins down. Let's go to Antonio, sorry.
Stardust.
And then Robert.
Stardust.
Stardust is the correct answer, as both gentlemen hit it, and both gentlemen are on the board.
Absolutely. It was a Matthew Vaughn film and also the answer. We are going to move on to question number 3, which will come to you in the category of DC films. DC films, and your question is, who portrays Lucifer in the film Constantine?
This is one where Lillian's like, I know this. Wow.
Did you hear the thing where Keanu Reeves said he would love to play Constantine again, but they won't let him?
Pins down. No, but I would love to see that. That would be freaking awesome.
It can't be worse than the fourth Matrix.
No.
I kind of liked it.
Go ahead, Robert.
Peter Stormare.
And Antonio.
I got to spell it correctly. Peter Stormare.
Yeah, that word spells correctly. Yeah, spelled correctly. Yes, that is a point on the board for each of you, gentlemen. Well done.
All right. So everybody's rocking and rolling now as we move into everybody's favorite category, weapons, tech, and magical objects. In the Goblet of Fire, what type of object do Harry, Hermione, and the rest of the group use as a port key to get to the Quidditch World Cup?
As somebody who closely follows the real World Cup of football or soccer, this film is the closest Ireland or Bulgaria have ever come to doing well in a sporting event.
You got to give them their props somewhere.
And I'm Irish, so that's a real deep cut.
We'll go to Antonio.
It's a boot.
And Robert.
We once had a discussion whether shoe and boot would count.
Right.
Boot.
We did.
I remember that.
I was wondering if anybody was around for that, but Indeed, we did, and indeed, boot is correct. But I would have taken shoe.
Yeah, because
All right. Score is 4-3. We'll move on to question number 5, which was kind of the sequel to question number 4 because we're going to Wizarding World.
Okay.
All right, guys. Your question is, what is the name of the magical object similar in appearance to a shallow stone or metal basin that is used to review memories in the Wizarding World series?
I could have saved this one for a magical objects question too,
Yeah.
but
It's Bert. Can't do anything about it now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is just a test of how much Harry Potter they know.
I'm sure David will let me know.
All right, let's go to Robert.
I always thought it was pensive, but it's pensive.
And Antonio.
I don't speak British, so pensive.
Correct on both accounts.
Yes. Correct on all accounts, I believe. All right, going to question number 6. Heroes and villains. Heroes and villains. In Captain America, the First Avenger, where does Peggy make Steve promise to take her just before he crashes the plane? I will repeat because I fumbled. In Captain America, the First Avenger, where does Peggy make Steve promise to take her just before he crashes the plane?
In an American football match, how many times do you wish they could have gone? Can we do a repeat on that because I fumbled it?
Right? Yeah. I fumbled. I just need a do-over. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pins down. We'll go to Antonio.
The Stork Club?
And Robert.
It's Stork Club.
Stork Club is correct.
Oh.
That is correct.
She wanted to go to the Stork Club to have herself a dance.
Yep.
We're going to move on to a series that has a lot less dancing than the Stork Club. We're going to Middle Earth. And the question is, which character is the first voice we hear in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Now, unlike my other strength in Star Trek, I actually have seen all of these.
Yeah, I think you made it a point just like to out of spite. 5, 4, 3.
I even watched the animated one.
Pins down. That's definitely out of spite.
Let's go to Robert.
I said Galadriel.
And Antonio.
I also say Galadriel.
And you said correct. Galadriel's voice, it is the soothing tones of Cate Blanchett, I think, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right.
1 point to me.
We're going to go to movie quotes. That is category number 8, movie quotes. What DC villain says the following line? Like the jacket, keeps me safe while I'm jogging at night. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
Repeat.
Ooh, a little late, Antonio.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to go to you first, though, buddy.
I guess Mar from Sin City.
And Rob.
Coming, my sweet, the Riddler, Edward Nygma.
It is the Riddler from Batman Forever.
Better known as the other Mask from the Mask.
Yes.
It's basically the same character. All right, we're going to move on to question number 9, which will come to you from the other comic book world, Marvel films. Marvel. And your question in Marvel is, what year did X-Men The Last Stand hit theaters? And ruin a trilogy in the process.
In retrospect, it's not nearly as bad as some other things that came after it.
True.
Very
True.
Particularly the exact next one.
3, 2,
Well, yeah, that's fair.
1. Pins down.
I would love to see what Angel's Wings look like made by the people who made Wolverine's claws from that film. That'd be a sight. All right, let's go to Robert.
2006.
Antonio.
2006.
That is correct, gentlemen, as we are 9-7.
All right. So, as you can tell, Robert is working on a perfect round. If he is to get this last question, he will be eligible for the bonus question. The last question comes, as always, in the category of plot summary. I'll give you the plot summary of a geek film, and you give me the film. Political pressure mounts to install a system of accountability when the actions of a team of heroes lead to Political pressure mounts to install a system of accountability when the actions of a team of heroes leads to collateral damage. The new status quo deeply divides members of the team. One leader believes superheroes should remain free to defend humanity without government interference, while the other sharply disagrees and supports oversight. As the debate escalates into an all-out feud, all members must pick a side.
As the person who was watching them while you were reading, I can happily say they were both done by the time you were getting the reread. They were
I was going to
both
say, they probably had it before I even finished that.
I heard political pressure and collateral damage, and I was like, I think I know what this is.
Yeah, I figured. Anyway, pins down, and we'll go to Antonio.
Captain America: Civil War.
And Robert.
For my first one, Captain America: Civil War.
And the perfect round goes to Robert. All right, so this question 11, will be just for Robert. You do not have to write it down. And your bonus question will be what is the name of the virus created by the Night Stalkers that attacks a vampire's DNA in Blade Trinity?
Damn it! Had to be this Blade movie, didn't it?
And I know it too. That's what kills me. Fuck.
Antonio might be the only person other than me that likes this movie. 5,
No,
4,
I do like it.
2.
I don't know. I forget.
Can I say it? Get a point? No, I'm joking.
You can give him the answer.
Daystar.
It is Daystar.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Rob gets the perfect first round there, though. 10 big points to Antonio's 8. Still a nice first round there by Antonio. And so we move along to round number 2. Aaron, you want to tell us how round number 2 works?
Absolutely. In round number 2, we are going to start by spinning a wheel. It is a digital spin, not a real spin. Don't worry, we won't strain your arm muscles. After this first spin, if you don't like the category, unless it's opponent's choice, you do have an option for a respin. Whichever category we land on, by however we get to it, there will be 5 questions, each worth a total of 2 points. If you need a little bit of extra help, we can go to multiple choice, but that will make the question worth 1 point. The opponents not answering questions, be sure to be alert, because if someone misses, you have the chance to steal for however many points it is worth at that time. At the moment, your repeats and challenges are still in effect. I believe it is Robert that has 3 repeats and Antonio has 2, but I appreciate the person working the scoreboard getting that in order for us. And Robert, as you do currently have the 2-point lead, you will have the option of going first or second once Kevin reads off our categories.
All right, absolutely. And I will do that right now without revealing any strengths this evening. On the wheel tonight, we have Middle Earth, Marvel, the Chris's, that's the beautiful ones, Helmsworth, Pratt, Pine, and Evans, Star Trek, DCEU, Wizarding World, movie release dates, Star Wars, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice. So, Robert, the choice is yours. Would you like to spin first? Or would you like to defer to your opponent?
So my friend and opponent in the last match did something where he went first because momentum dictated it. While I respect that opinion, I treat this like baseball, where momentum is only as good as the next question that you get. So because of that, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to defer and let him go first.
Love the
All
reason.
right. Fair. All right, so let's go to Antonio and Hunter. You guys, I'll give you time to talk, and then we'll do your spin.
Antonio, man, great round. A couple of stumbles, but look, this is the round where we kick it into high gear. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, Antonio's first spin is in. Now she's spinning.
They spinning. They're spinning.
Oh, great.
Really?
It looks like it's landed on the dreaded opponent's choice. All right,
That's-
Rob, would you like for me to read you the options again?
Yes, please.
All right, can do. Your options tonight are, if I can get to the Middle Earth, Marvel, The Chris's, Star Trek, DCEU, Wizarding World, movie release dates, Star Wars.
I think we'll do Star Trek.
Star Trek, going to Antonio. All right.
Use multiple choice, Antonio, if you need it, okay?
All right.
All right, so Hunter giving him some last minute advice there, and we will take him out. All right, so 5 questions coming at you, Antonio, in the realm of Star Trek. And are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
All right, your first question. In which Star Trek film will you find a planet where it snows in the desert? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
All right, going to multiple choice there. Is it A, Star Trek, B, The Search for Spock, C, Nemesis, or D, Insurrection? Five, 4.
Nemesis.
It is not Nemesis. So I'm going to go to Robert for the 1 point steal opportunity. I'll repeat your question and options. In which Star Trek film will you find a planet where it snows in the desert? Is it A, Star Trek, B, The Search for Spock, C, Nemesis, or D, Insurrection?
So I know one of them has a snowy planet, and then I realized probably what you were saying, what this could be. So I'm going to say Search for Spock.
It is indeed the Search for Spock.
Yeah.
For 1 point steal. All right, your second question. In Star Trek Generation, Hang on a second. All right, in Star Trek Generations, Dr. Tolian Soren is the same species as what member of the Enterprise crew? Five, 4.
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice indeed. Is it A, Worf, B, Troy, C, Guinan, or D, Geordi?
I'm gonna say Guinan, but I might challenge that. But let's tell me-
Guinan is the correct answer for 1 point.
can I challenge that because she's not necessarily part of the crew? That's what threw me off. That's why I didn't. Because I would have said Guinan, but the fact that you said crew, she's just a passenger. She's not really part of the crew.
Yeah, you can. You want to challenge the question?
Let me bring Hunter in. Let me see if because I wouldn't have gone a multiple choice. That's my argument.
Oh, yeah, all right, fair. Hunter, come on in.
So what's the official challenge?
Because he said crew, so I was like, okay, because I had a feeling it was Guinan, but then he said crew, and I was like, wait, who else? So I was thinking like the main people. like
Yeah.
the crew.
All right, so
he said,
if you're confident about that, man, I'm willing to go with you on that one.
I mean,
I don't know
think
much
she has an
about
official. She's not official. She's the only thing she does is like a bartender. So I'm not sure that's part of the crew. But I mean, as far as like with the main people, I don't know if that would really count. So that's why I would like, I wouldn't have gone a multiple choice if I had her, crew. So that's my challenge.
Yeah. All right. Yep. All right. So I'm with you, buddy.
All right. So we'll go to challenge, and we'll be right back, guys.
A quick argument at the moment. That confuse me and force me to have multiple choice, or even miss the question.
I don't know how to say. If he's just a of and that could
But she doesn't work on it.
But
she's not just there for
but adding in the clause of the enterprise this that's what I was
I know, and my argument for that is in the title match that I had with Joe, they asked a question about and this is in Star Wars, but still they asked a question about like the beginning of the movie when something happens technically in 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, which I would argue is at the beginning of the movie, and made me reconsider how I answered the question. So, just for precedent's sake, sometimes there are terms that are used that can confuse the competitor. But, bartender, she's not just a passenger, she is working for the ship. She's a player, she runs her crew as someone on the bridge, then that's on play. Yeah, she runs the 10 forward, which is the lounge. So, I mean, it's right. It doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be like a French or person. So, alright, very
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being patient with us. We went through several different fandom pages and stuff and wanted to make sure that we went through everything that we could. So after discussion, we have decided to that we are going to not accept the challenge. Guinan she ran the 10 forward, which was the lounge aboard the USS Enterprise D. So therefore, she is a crew member as far as the fact that she is not just a passenger. She's not just a bystander. So she may not be, on the front deck, but or on the top deck or whatever, but she is working on the ship, and I think that's enough to be counted as Enterprise crew. So we're going to move on forward with that. Antonio is awarded 1 point. He did yes Guinan correctly. So we'll move back into round 2. Antonio's third question in the realm of Star Trek. Are you ready, bud?
Yeah.
All right. Your third question. What is the name of the Enterprise science officer who was killed in a transporter malfunction in Star Trek the Motion Picture? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
All right, Antonio, you're using a repeat there. His second of the match.
Okay.
What is the name of the Enterprise science officer who was killed in a transporter malfunction in Star Trek the Motion Picture? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Sonak?
Sonak is correct for 2 points. Big pull there by Antonio.
And with that, Antonio is now tied with Robert, meaning any points gained here will give him a lead.
Absolutely. Great job. All right, your penultimate question in the realm of Star Trek. Who plays the Riemann Viceroy and right hand to Shinzon in Star Trek Nemesis?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman is the correct answer for 2 points. All right, and your fifth and final question. What is the name of the shapeshifter that offers Kirk and McCoy an escape route on the mines of Rura Pinta, which is actually a ruse in the undiscovered country? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Use the last repeat. Screw it.
Using his last one. All right. So no more repeats left. But
Yep.
On your fifth and final question in round number 2, what is the name of the shapeshifter that offers Kirk and McCoy an escape route on the mines of Rura Pinta, which is actually a ruse in the undiscovered country?
Odo? Udo?
That is incorrect. So I'm going to go to Robert for the 2-point steal opportunity. I'll repeat the question. What is the name of the shapeshifter that offers Kirk and McCoy an escape route on the mines of Rura Pinta, which is actually a ruse in the undiscovered country? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Celestia.
1.
I know that's not right.
Ooh. Yeah, you close on the end there is Marcia.
Marcia. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Marcia.
She's a
All right.
Canadian. I know that.
Yeah. So nothing gained, nothing lost there, Antonio, on that last one. So excellent navigation through a very tough Star Trek category.
Really? Okay.
I mean, you get 5 points, and you walk out of there with the lead. I'd say that's a pretty good job. And we still have Robert's wheel spin to go. So let's pull that wheel back up.
Hope it gets the same shit.
Antonio is hoping for a repeat spin right now.
Will it into existence as much as you want.
I was gonna say you just will that right into existence. I'm gonna give it just 1 second to kind of load up. That way it doesn't freeze up on me. All right, so now it is Robert's chance to spin. Everything is available except for Star Trek. So there we go. There, I just saw it do it. All right, so we'll go ahead and spin. And, wow.
Oh God! All right.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Okay.
This is why he's smart to defer.
Really? All right. So Robert, I read them before on the opponent's choice. You want me to read them one more time?
No, I'm going to go. I'm gonna go with Wizarding World.
Wizarding World, indeed. All right. So
20th anniversary.
So Aaron, if you don't mind taking the Wizarding World questions for Mr. Castner.
Absolutely. Here we go. Robert, 5 questions in the world of Wizarding World, multiple choices there if you need it, as well as your repeats. We will start with question number 1, which is, what is Jenny Weasley's squad number for the Gryffindor Quidditch team in Half-Blood Prince?
Oh my God.
It's my jerseys too.
Multiple choice, please.
Absolutely. Your 4 number options are A4, B6, C8, or D9.
I'm going to say 9.
It is incorrect, so we will go over to Antonio for a chance at a 1-point steal. Your question and options are, what is Ginny Weasley's squad number for the Gryffindor Quidditch team in Half-Blood Prince? Your options are A4, B6, C8, or D9.
I'm gonna go with 6.
And that is correct for a 1-point steal.
Steal back. Good job, buddy.
All right, Robert, we'll go ahead and move on to question number 2 for you, which is, who plays the character of Madame Hooch in the Harry Potter franchise?
Her name, multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A, Fiona Shaw, B, Geraldine Somerville, C, Zoe Wanamaker, or D, Elizabeth Spriggs.
D.
D is incorrect, so I will shift over to Antonio once again for the chance at a 1-point steal. Your question and options are, who plays Madame Hooch in the Harry Potter franchise? Your options are A, Fiona Shaw, B, Geraldine Somerville, C, Zoe Wanamaker, or D, Elizabeth Spriggs.
I think it's Zoe Wanamaker.
That is correct for another 1-point steal.
Big steal there by Antonio.
3 questions left on the board, Robert. We will go ahead and move on to the third of those. Question number 3 is, what is Theseus Scamander's job at the Ministry of Magic as seen in The Crimes of Grindelwald?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, head of magical law enforcement, B, historian, C, or D, arithmancer? Or is correct for 1 point. And thank you for not making me say the last one again. We're going to go ahead and go on to question number 4, which is, what is the first spell we see Harry cast after he reveals himself to be alive before his final confrontation with Voldemort in Deathly Hallows Part 2?
I heard this too, and I'm mad.
Me
that
too.
I don't remember what it- Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Petrificus Totalis, B, Accio, C, Obliviate, or D, Confringo.
Confringo.
That is correct for another 1 point on the board.
Yeah.
And we will go ahead and go on to the final question in Wizarding World, which is, which character says the line, "My father will hear about this," in the film Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Four, three.
Multiple choice.
All right. Robert, your options are A, Draco Malfoy, B, Gregory Goyle, C, Neville Longbottom, or D, Cormac McLaggen.
Malfoy.
That is incorrect. We will go over to Antonio for the chance at a 1 point steal. Antonio, your question and options are, which character says the line, "My father will hear about this," in the film Deathly Hallows Part 1? Your options are A, Draco Malfoy, B, Gregory Goyle, C, Neville Longbottom, or D, Cormac McLaggen.
D?
Cormac McLaggen is correct for a 1 point steal. Well, the wheel is a fickle bitch, and thus she proves it tonight, as spinners and opponent's choice don't go quite the way I think either of these guys want it to, but it is still a competitive game, 16-13 going into the final round.
Absolutely. All right, so 16-13, as you said. Round 3 works like this. 10 points possible in round number 3. You get 3 questions, category by number. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points respectively. No multiple choice, no steals in this round. You'll pick numbers between 1 and 12. They'll correspond to random geek questions that Aaron and I will give to you. Please keep your hands on screen throughout the entirety of this round. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. Antonio used all 3 of his repeats. He does still, and also lost his challenge. Robert, though, does have all 3 repeats, and he does have a challenge. All right, we can bring Hunter in, and then
Man,
all right.
look at you go.
Since Antonio has the lead, we'll let Hunter. You can go ahead and talk with Antonio, and then we'll get your 3 numbers, Antonio, as soon as you guys are done speaking.
Dude, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. The wheel didn't go our way, but you stuck in there completely, and you have the lead. Yeah. All right, man. What numbers do you want to go with?
Just go with Old Faithful. I guess 2, 7, and 11.
There you go.
2, 7, and 11. All right, Robert, your 3 numbers, sir.
3, 8, and 4.
3, 8, and 4. All right, so Aaron and I will trade off since I read to Hunter. We'll drop Hunter to the back. And then,
so I read to Robert in round 2. Kevin read to Antonio. So we'll do a flipperoo. Yep. Robert, Kevin will have your first question in round number 3, and your 2-pointer is in the category of Middle Earth.
Thank you very much, Aaron. I appreciate it. All right, Absolutely. So your first question, Robert, for 2 big points. What kind of creature is Dane Ironfoot II riding when he arrives at Erebor in Battle of the 5 Armies? 5, 4.
Repeat.
All right, Robert going to use his first repeat of the match. For 2 points in the category Middle Earth. What kind of creature is Dane II Ironfoot riding when he arrives at Erebor in Battle of the Five Armies?
God. Brain is not working. A boar.
A boar is correct for 2 points.
Fucking A. Okay.
Shit.
All right.
All right. With this, Robert is within 1 point, which means a correct answer on either of these questions will send it back over.
All right. So we'll go to category number 8, which lines up with Star Trek, a category we were just spending some time in. But now it will be Robert's turn to see if he can answer a 3-point question in the category of Star Trek to send it back over to Antonio. Who is the first crew member that appears to be killed during the Kobayashi Maru test in Wrath of Khan? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Chekhov.
1. It is not Chekhov. We were looking for Sulu. Garu Sulu. All right, so you're going to need to hit this 5-pointer to save yourself from a TKO and save yourself in this tournament. Send it back over to Antonio for some questions. You chose number 4. That correlates itself tonight with Marvel films. Marvel films. For 5 points in the category of Marvel.
Yeah.
What was the name of the first Ghost Rider as revealed in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance?
And as a reminder, Robert, you do have 2 repeats should you need them.
Yeah, I can't believe how badly I failed at this. This is incredible. What a fucking snow job I did. That's
5,
hilarious.
4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right, Robert's going to use a repeat. In the category of Marvel films for 5 points. What was the name of the first Ghost Rider as revealed in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
All right, using his last repeat of the match. For 5 points in the category of Marvel. What was the name of the first Ghost Rider as revealed in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance?
I can't believe how badly I failed this. This is incredible. I've never played this poorly in rounds 2 and 3. This is great. Wow. Good job by me. Ugh. That's great.
5, 4.
San Venganza.
And your winner by technical knockout. Moving on to the finals of this year's TMGeek tournament, Antonio, the Assassin Chavez. We were looking for Zarathos. Zarathos is the answer. All right, so we will drop Robert to the back. We'll bring Hunter up so he can talk with his client. He is carrying him one step at a time, another step forward. You're in the finals, buddy. How does it feel?
I'm still kind of angry at myself. Just like, I don't know. I kind of feel like, again, it took a bad. I had a shitty game, and even Robert says he had a bad game. Just like, I'm glad I won. I just didn't want it to be as ugly as it was. So all I know is that obviously I got to step it up on Star Trek. That's the one thing that's about everything else. But listen, hopefully this was. I feel like this is still entertaining because it's me and Robert. I know we're both gonna want to just step up our game. But yeah, I know that now that I'm in the finals, I really got to start working on my shit. because that was not pretty. And honestly, I think either one of us could have won. So that's why I really wanted to actually earn this. But like I said, I think it was an ugly win, but I'm gonna take it and hopefully go and get a championship.
All right, brother. Hunter, what you got?
Dude, I'm so fucking proud of you. You made it to the finals. We're going to get through this. I told you I'm going to bring you a belt. Let's fucking go. We have to work on Star Trek, yes.
Yeah.
You did great in round 2, especially when the wheel wasn't in our favor. Spinner's choice and opponent's choice, and you end up in the lead. Wow. I am so fucking proud of you for that. Round 3, what are you going to do? It's all in the questions. I mean, Robert played a great game. Great round 1. Perfect round 1. We both kind of stumbled in round 2. Dude, this wasn't a perfect game, but once we step up Star Trek, you will be an unbeatable player, dude. I'm so proud of you.
Appreciate it. Aaron, what you got for Antonio and Hunter?
Well, I feel like I have to ask. We do not know at the moment who you will be playing, but we do know that you will be playing the winner between either Jay Burns, who has kind of been the upset player of this tournament, coming in as a replacement, or you will be playing Tyler Birch, who I believe, if I remember correctly, was the MVP of our Geek for All as well, and has since continued to put in top performances. So neither of these are slouches. Do you have a preference as to who you'd prefer to play?
I mean, I think I've played Tyler once, but the funny thing is just because I love Jay, I would love to play Jay. I don't think me and Jay, I think we have for fun, but to play Jay in a high-stakes match would actually be kind of fun. So, yeah, I actually would like to play Jay.
There.
Well,
all right.
There we have it. He's made his pick, and I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we will find out indeed. All right. Congratulations, Antonio. Congratulations, Hunter. You guys go pop some bottles in the back.
We will.
And we'll bring forth Robert the Ghost Castner. Just couldn't get it done today, man. Tough round 2 there after the perfect round 1. I mean, you punted away. That seemed to work with the opponent's choice. He went 50% in track. How are you feeling? I mean, you felt confident with Wizarding World?
This is the most embarrassed I've ever been, honestly. And not to make excuses, but I think I got 3 hours of sleep last night. I'm not saying that I'm just saying that I'm frazzled a bit. And what I should have done, which I was going back and forth, I watched 7 DCEU movies. I should have just done that. Or my strength. I don't know why I thought I should have considered that Wizarding World had been used more often than not. So that was a bad job by me. I meant to repeat, and I said multiple choice at the end of that round. So again, just the wrong things came out. I don't like. It's pretty embarrassing when you lose this way, when opponents are spinners and you get TKO'd at. So, yeah, not great. I don't feel great. I'm happy Antonio won. I hope he goes on and makes the final and gets to play Joe. But I'm not really happy right now with myself. So yeah, it's a bummer.
I know it's tough, man, but I know you'll bounce back strong. You're that kind of player and that kind of person. So if there's anybody that can do it, it's you. But I know there's not much that can be said that is going to make you feel better right at this moment in time. But Aaron, anything for Robert before we move on tonight?
I would just say keep your head up. You know, there are positives to take away. You did get a perfect round 1. Round 2 didn't go the way of either of you. I think Antonio just came out a little bit better with the steals. But listen, your record is still 6-3 with 4 TKOs. Yeah. You could be me, who's 2-4. It could be way, way worse. But listen, you've gone toe-to-toe with the best players in the league. You've beat some of the best players in this league already. So take some time off, which I guess really isn't time off because you still have other things coming up. But take time off from this, breathe a little bit, and I look forward to seeing you back and stronger, man, because you are, as you said, you are better than this, and that is a compliment to you because you can go to the top. I'm sorry it wasn't your night tonight, brother. I hope you feel better about it afterwards.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
For sure. Absolutely. Love having you here, Robert. Hell of a season from a hell of a player. Robert, I love you, man. So Antonio comes out on top tonight, though, in a battle of we had that question in round 1. Captain America: Civil War. This was kind of a civil war between two friends, two guys that are just constantly going back and forth with each other, playing each other, and playing against each other. So it was just one of those nights where the wheel did what it does sometimes, and kind of screwed over one player, and it just didn't work out. But what are your closing thoughts there?
Yeah, I think, obviously congratulations to Antonio. No matter what you say, a victory is a victory, no matter how you get there. He had to be on it to make the seals in Wizarding World, which he did in order to pull out the victory. So good on him, and good luck to whoever he plays in the final, because neither that nor the title match will be easy. And yeah, unfortunately, it is an end for the season technically here for Robert. But I don't think he should hang his head too low. I know he said he doesn't make the excuse for himself, and that's just how prideful he is of his performances. But I will say, as a human, running on a minimum number of hours of sleep does explain the confusion inside one's head to an extent. And so, with that said, I always say kudos to somebody for showing up with that anyways, because I'm sure there's just as many people who would try and find a reason out of it if they were feeling in such a way. But look, as he said, and there's no way to sugarcoat it, it wasn't his best performance. But in this season alone, he has made it to the top. There was one point where this league was literally Joe, David, everybody else. He's beat David twice now. He went toe to toe with Joe, but just like everyone else who's played Joe, he didn't beat him. So that's not that much of a knock either. Amaru challenged for the Schmodown title, and he couldn't beat Joe. So we just haven't found that person yet. He's had a great season, and it's going to sting in the moment, and there's no way that it won't. As you said, there's nothing we can say that will make him feel better right now. But looking back on it, he shouldn't hang his head too low, because he had a hell of a year, and I know he's a player that will come back and continue to do well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be definitely, I think that match against David, at least one of those matches, is going to be a match of the year candidate. He just, sealed the one of the only perfect round ones, obviously. So things like that. But yeah, Antonio's got a big task ahead of him, playing either Jay or Tyler. Both of them coming out of a really tough. I think it was a really tough bracket. People kind of said that was the easy bracket, but I think that's going to be an interesting match, no matter which one comes out of it. But check out number 5 Jay Burns versus number 8 Tyler Birch next Sunday at 7 p.m. only here on TMGeek, and we will see you then. But and then we'll see you for the championship match shortly after that. But I hope to, if you haven't checked out any of the other matches in the tournament, they're all uploaded. They should all be uploaded at least. And we will see you. We'll see you next Sunday. Thank you to Aaron for co-hosting. Thank you to Robert, and thank you to Hunter, and congratulations to Antonio. And thank you to my lovely bride Lillian for helping us out in the back. Couldn't do it without her. All right, y'all have a good night, and we will see you next time. Keep geeking out.